in 1969, that album, that song came out. It was called It's a Beautiful Day, the album, by the same name, the band, It's a Beautiful Day. It had a sort of feel to it that stuck with me. It might have been because I heard it maybe tripping on acid back in 1969. I had come out of high school, went up to Ohio State to go to college, and more or less turned on, tuned in, and dropped out. But I didn't just dropped out as much as I dropped in, I think, to an inner revolution. Not just a lot of things were going on the outside, but what spoke to me was from the inside. We needed to change ourselves, and then we would change the world. And there was an air of something wonderful was being born. Some called it the age of Aquarius, a summer of love. There's something we wanted it to happen and also to keep going. And that's sort of what I've been working on in my life to take with me. And this album and their music really helped me. It speaks, I think, what that is. They give that in a poetic way. And I wanted to see it turned into a musical as it was in my head when I first heard it. It just was this cosmic visual thing that you got to go to, a place inside. And so I've come up with this musical that I want to share with you called White Bird Must Fly. And in White Bird Must Fly, the stage opens to just a small studio-looking apartment with a couch visible in the front, and a guy coming home to that apartment, an old guy, comes in, looks around, flips on a light, goes over to the fridge, maybe gets a drink, takes a sip, sits down by the couch, maybe looks for a cigarette or a joint in the ashtray, takes a puff or so, lays down, just turns off the light. But another light comes on in the room, a glow. And these spirits, these beautiful dancers appear around him. And they're moving to a song that's message is, when you're in a dream, time moves so slowly. Open up your mind. Go to sleep on the moment you were born. Open up your heart. Go to sleep on the moment time was born. The dance goes on for a while. The dancers are trying to wake him up, it seems like, or playfully trying to get him to engage in their dance, but it doesn't really work. He's still sleeping. And as the song ends and they leave, you hear a banging on the door and a sunlight coming in through windows in the back. Come on, open up, let me in. Guy gets up, opens the door. Son, obviously an old friend of an old guy, comes in, they're chatting about this and that, what they've done. But more importantly, his friend is telling him, we gotta go hear the white bird tonight. She's here. She's gonna be here again. Someone they knew in their youth, they talk about her. What happened to her? Where'd she go? Where'd any of it go? The old guy's just flummoxed. He doesn't understand how everything happened and moved away. You know, she just moved away. She's back. What do you mean? It's like, just come, hear her. But as he's talking, he realizes his friend is just not connected to himself anymore. And he does a thing with a dance that's almost like a flamenco dance. His song is hot summer days, carry me along to the end where I begin. Love, 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 where did you go? The stage has a change of scenery as they move out. The stage sort of rotates and becomes the bar where this performance is going to happen, the Whitebird. Before they even step in, they can hear some of the music playing, and the song is singing, "The sunsets come, the sunsets go, clouds roll by, and the earth turns old." But the young bird's eyes do always glow, because they must fly. They must fly. And then she's there on the stage, just like they remember her, dancing to the song of the Whitebird. And as she finishes the song and disappears quickly, they don't have time to stop her or talk to her. And they want to know what happened to her. So is that scene. And meanwhile, we get to follow the girls back to their place where they've gone, the dancers that were on stage with the Whitebird, and they saw them in the audience, and they're like, "Oh man, didn't know they'd be there." People they knew that they felt like never got them. Those guys, they just never got where we were at. They didn't understand the hip movement, the women's movement, the marches on Washington for Vietnam, for civil rights. They just kind of acted like they knew it, but did they really know it? As they're talking, a vision appears behind them on the wall, and it's a girl with no eyes. You hear a song begin to play, "Girl with no eyes." There's a girl with no eyes, her face on the wall with no eyes. Beautiful girl, who does she see? Beautiful girl, who is she? Doesn't everybody know love takes a lifetime? Doesn't everybody know eyesight is the love of a lifetime? That's the end of the first act. Second act comes after a small intermission where there's just a curtain that's magnificent, almost like some sort of celestial sky with stars shining all around. You can kind of vaguely see through it, and there sits that couch, and there's that guy sleeping on the couch. Curtain opens up, and the spirits, mainly women, move in and dance around him again, but this time they're making him join them joyfully. They bring him up as in a dream, and he learns to dance with them. And the music builds to a lovely crescendo, and he is laid back down on the couch, and they disappear. And then you hear knocking on his door again. Hey, are you in there? Come on, man, let's get together. Opens up the door, it's his friend again, tells him they gotta go back to the bar because they're gonna have another performance and they'll get to see the Whitebird. He's not real excited about it. He feels sort of like, I don't think they really want to see us. I recognize some other people there. I don't know about that time period and everything. And he starts talking about his life and what didn't go right with it. And his friends listening to him and just feels like, there's so many things that go wrong with life, but you just can't hold on to it. I mean, look at all the trouble that people have had trying to make a living for themselves and everything. You've had an okay life to some degrees. So as they're talking, he starts hearing the song that goes something to the effect of, "It's so hard, I don't know if I can make it. I'm so tired, I don't know if I can fake it. But something keeps telling me, you gotta keep moving on." And then you hear a voice say, "If we really try, I know we'll make it." So the lights go out, they appear again, they're at the bar, and this time it's filled with a lot more people. And he's sees people that he knows from the past, that like the whitebird that he hasn't seen in ages. And so as the show goes, he's wandering around the tables, and different tables are highlighted, where he picks up with friends that he's lost total touch with, and what they did with their lives. They start just partaking a little bit of what happened in their existence, and it's making him feel really happy to be there. And then you hear an applause, people are coming out on the stage, and the song lifts up. Time. Time is too slow for those who wait. Time is too swift for those who fear. And time is too long for those who grieve. And time is too short for those who laugh. But for those who love, but for those who really love, time, sweet time, precious time, all the time is eternity. It's just this anthem of joy. They're all up on their feet, they're dancing. It turns into like just a huge celebration, whirling around. That's the end of that scene. Next we find them, the two guys, back in that little apartment, laughing, talking about the evening, what happened. Can't believe they saw it, that they were there, and that they feel like, we can go ahead and hang out with these people again, get our old friends. And more importantly, he felt better about himself. And as he's sitting there thinking about the white bird, you see the picture of a girl with no eyes on the back of their wall behind them. But now she has eyes and they're fully open. And the song of the white bird lifts up again, and people come into the room, as in the dream, to dance, and they're all singing that song of the white bird. And if I can remember the lyric, it's something to the effect of, the leaves blow down the long, dark road under the ragged sky in its rage. And the white bird, she sits in her cage, unknown, but not now anymore. They realize, not now, because you see now why the white bird must fly, to know the truth of love. Thank you.